Hey y'all, so this is a quickie vid. Now I showed you before how I make swatch charts with me just taking a stamp and a ink pad, and I just make dots all over the place for my chart, or I will just swipe it across the leftover pieces of paper of construction paper, or the heavyweight cardstock that I use when I was doing cards and stuff, or the watercolor cardstock that I would use. Now, this is a color chart that came from Hathaway and Lee, but these are for the Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers. I have the full set. I have 2 sets of clear color clean brush markers, which looks like this. These are what they look like. They have like a marker tip, and you can use them plain. You can use them with water. You can smudge, like blend them together. I have the full set of those. This is not what that is about though. When you get your markers, pens, paints, papers, you using whatever marker, pen, ink, stain, whatever, with whatever paper you're going to use it on, so you know how it's going to soak into the paper, how it's going to look, how it will dry, if you add water to it, if you left it plain. You want to have all of those swatches out of the way so you don't have to worry about it later. It's a visual. This is what I had when I bought the first set before I ended up buying the full set. And I just got a small set at first, and then I just colored it, and then I added some water to see how it looked out, some shears. If you don't have ability to print off your chart, you can always go to Staples or to the post office, I guess, or probably the library still, and print it off. If you don't want to print off anything and you just want to do something just plain, simple, fast, you always have the ability to do these. I'm going to show you real quick. Color charts. These are from my Inktense. Swatched, smeared. These are Gonzi Tombi. Pretty much what I do, as you know, is as I cut down pages to my art journals and my books, the leftover paper, I kept it, hole punched it, put a jump ring or a ring on it, and then I use these for swatches. And I have these on hooks so I know what my colors are. When it comes to pages like this, I just took the daubers. Remember in this binder I showed you that I have the daubers for the dilutions or the distress ink daubers. And I just made a color swatch sheet for myself. Every single color across it, and then I just took a hole punch and I punched out a hole of each of them. And I took this one, I didn't throw it away, just wrote the names of them and just hold those on the wall, so as a visual I know what those colors look like as they are just in its pure form. If you want to use something heavier and you can't get your hands on, say, I forget what the blue one is, but I showed you that in a previous video, the blue ones that I normally would just pull the pages out and cut it down. You could always try to get your hands on something like the Distress Watercolor cardstock or the Mixed Media Heavyweight cardstock. Now, I don't know if you could get these like this anymore. These I got from Tuesday Morning, Joann's, Michaels, and scrapbook.com. You should still be able to get them. But either way, you just making color charts. Put it on whatever medium you're going to use. So whatever you're going to put it on, be whatever paper, but put it on it and have it as a color chart. These I got from Scrapbook Expo years ago. These are the Dina Wakley multimedia acrylic paint. These is what the bottles of the dilutions look like now if you were to buy them, because they don't have them in the wide jars anymore. I found these after I did the video, and I just didn't get a chance to put these new size inside of that video. But the same thing you could do, you could either dab a little bit out, swirl it with the dauber, and then just make your circles, or just smear it on the paper and move it with your finger or something to shear it out some so you can see what the paper will look like with the ink or the paint or the pen or whatever on it. I hope this helps. Later, y'all. Okay, these are the Kuretake Zig Clean Color Real Brush Markers. These were the rave back in the day. I think you can still get them from like BKBlaze. You can get them from scrapbook.com. You should be able to get some from Michael's or Joann's, but they may be more expensive. With these, not only did I do that color swatch thing, but I did them on little dots. I just took a regular size hole punch, the size that would fit the caps. And because of the way that these containers are, I won't gesso. This is I forget what it's called. I forget what it's called actually, but it's a glue that you can use, and I put it over top of it just so that I know what color is which with each color, what it looks like. I did half with water and half without. Also, if you have Milano cookies or any type of cookie container, all of those daubers that I have for, say, and loose paints that I use, I keep them inside of here, inside of a garbage bag or like a plastic bag, just to keep everything together. You can always reuse containers instead of just going out and buying more, especially when it's something like, you know, just gonna put them inside of there. You don't have to go buy something special. But these are the Zig Clean Color Real Brush Markers, and everybody had these. You can use plain, they could be used wet with like water. You can blend them, you can spread them. It's just like any other watercolor marker, like the ones that I showed you, like this, the Spectrum. These are the Spectrum Noir Aqua markers. These are the ones that I got from, I don't remember where I got these. I think these was from QVC or HSN. They had them when I got these years ago. They come with the colors on the tops, but you still make a color chart. These ones you can also spread with water or use them plain, blend them out. They're Spectrum Noir. They might be called something else now, but you know, I'll show y'all what I have just to give you an idea, and I'm giving you something to be like, you know, well, hey, you can get organized with this or try that. These containers like this are good for people also who have a lot of pens and like markers and stuff, but if you have Copics, you wouldn't put them in there. Copic containers usually are thicker. Even the Spectrum Noir containers are better for Copics and Spectrum Noir line or the Oahu or something like that. You're not going to really want to put them in here unless you have a small amount. Alright, later y'all.